Hi everyone, later we have talked about a pair of things of Colombia. I will show you and talk about some interesting things about this country. First, where is Colombia? Colombia is located in South America, and this country is connected with the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. This is one reason that makes Colombia a rich country in fauna and flora. And two, we can't forget the natural resources. In the case of fauna, we have to note that Colombia have the 20% of the birds in the world. One representative bird is the macaw, that have the three colors of our flag in their feathers. The macaw have the yellow color, the blue color, and the red color. But also we can't forget the national bird. The condor is a carrion bird that flies around the Andes. And in the case of flora, we have to remember that Colombia have a part of the Amazon. What is the Amazon? It is a jungle located in the south of the country. The Amazon have borders with Peru, Ecuador, and Brazil, and in the north of our country we have borders with Venezuela, and in the northwest we have borders with Panama. Two, is important to know, and we can't forget that Colombia is a multicultural country. In Colombia we can find cultures of a variety of populations. We have the culture of the Afro-Colombians, of the diversity of natives of indigenous, the Andean population, the Llaneros, the Paisas, the Costeños, and etc. This is an aspect that makes Colombia an unique country, because this variety of populations and cultures make you feel an own experience. Because when you want to travel around Colombia, each time you will feel like you are in a different place, because each group and populations has and manage its own culture. One thing that we can't forget about Colombia is the subject of the religion. As we know, Colombia were influenced by the country of Spain with the Catholic religion, and it can be shown in the political system, because in 1886 we were a Catholic country, declared in the Constitution of Colombia in this time. But with the movement of 1991, we could change the system. How? With a movement that changed our constitution, and it changed the system to a secular country that allows the diversity. Also, the most common religion in our country is the Catholic religion. Two, it is important to note the meaning of our flag. The yellow color represents the rich of our country, like the gold, the plate, and a lot of things. The blue color represents the rich of our seas, oceans, and rivers. But we cannot forget the highlands and the wildlands. These things make sure that we have sites with thermal floors. So this allows that we could have a rich agriculture and practice the livestock in the plains.
Now we will give you a short description of each region of Colombia. The first one are the Pacific and the Insular region. because they're very similar. The regions that the typical food is the fish, the juice of borojo, rice of coconut, sancocho of fish, and people use fresh clothes because the temperature there is very high. The Pacific one are in the occidental part of Colombia, and the insular one are on the north occident part of Colombia. Another region is the Orinoquia. It is conformed about Meta, Casanare, Bichada, and Arauca. The populations live of cattle raising because the land is very plain and it's permitted for that. Its typical dance is the joropo, and the people there usually use alpargatas because of the climate, and normally clothes are very white. In the case of the Andina region, it concentrates the richness of the country. That because it concentrates a lot of departments. We have the center of power. In Bogota, it's the Casa Nariño of the President of Colombia. The practices in the region are everything, mostly like agriculture and fishing. And the most important is stories that teach us like the story of the country, and the very important aspects of the religion. One example of is the Templo of the Lajas. And the last one, but not less important, it is the Amazonia. It is conformed most of Indian tribes that has like very old customs. It has a variety in animals and flora, and the most common animal there is the jaguar. It is conformed about the Amazonia jungle, that is the lung of America and of the world. As a conclusion, we have seen that Colombia has like unique traditions that we can let behind. So it makes Colombia unique, and it has like a lot of regions that makes it very different about others. We are very rich in people, music, religion, animals, and flora. And each region gives a little bit to a country an element that shows the idea that we are a very multicultural and diversity country. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and see you the next time.
De chicha. Chicha, or Colombian drink, is made with fermented corn. Was the first known by ancestors, the Chibcha tribe. Ingredients: the corn of the chicha, cane of honey, and water. First, the corn is ground. Then, this corn is mixed with cane honey and left still for 3 days. Later, this corn is ground again and cooked. To the next day, the corn is mixed again with cane honey, and you must ferment for 5 days. Finally, you can have a delicious drink. De Trejo. The national sport from Colombia is the tejo. It consists of throwing a disc ball to a clay ground, where there are small bags of ground flour. Wins the team that complete 27 points. Usually the points are at so first the hand. Is when the player closer to the center of the.
With the hand, the player wins 1 point.
Second, burn the mecha, 3 points.
The sound of the mecha.
And finally, the moñona, 6 points. Is when the player at the same moment burn the mecha and hitting in the middle of the crowd.
Since 2001, the tejo is the national sport from Colombia.